11 Asia-Pacific countries include FAIR signed the trading agreement before named as the Trans-Pacific Association. Though the U.S. stretched out recent year, the transactions was saved by the left members, who signed it at a right in the Chile town of Santiago. Chile Overseas Secretary Geraldo Muñoz told the treaty was a powerful alarm versus protective pressures, in favor of a planet outdoor to trading. The transactions relating a marketplace of almost 500 million human beings, in spite the U.S. withdrawal of troops. In the lack of the U.S., it has been renamed the Inclusive and Advanced Treaty for Trans-Pacific Association, CPTPP. Foreign adjectives towards its supporters say he's extremely considerable, and could be a pattern for next trading deals. Its major goal is to cut trading tariff among term countries. But it as well seeks to bring as-called non-tariff measures, that build existing barriers to trading via regulation. Down there are chapters that aim to harmonize these regulation, or at low do them translucent and equitable. Down there are as well commitments to force minimal labor and ecological standards. It as well includes a contentious depositor-state controversy community arrangement, that allows companies to sue governments while they trust a changing in law has struck their profits. In alphabetic procedure, Australia, Brunei, Canada, Chile, Japan, Malaysia, Mexico, New Zealand, Peru, Singapore, and Vietnam. The U.S. is noticeably lack. CEO Donald Trump card executed and poll pledge by hauling out in January recent year, marking the transactions a calamity for us workers. In brief, the largest winners are anticipated to be in Asia. The wealthier countries, on balance sheet, are not anticipated to get as lot of a increase. The Peterson Institution for World Economy says Malaysia, Singapore, Brunei, and Vietnam will every get a crash of more than rather than 2% to their economics by 2030. New Zealand, Japan, Canada, Mexico, Chile, and Australia will all increase by an further 1% or less than. The identical research says the U.S. could be a big losing, aforementioned a increase to its total national food of 0.5%, cost $131 billion. Which's more than, it could miss and further $2 billion since firms in term countries include and stimulus to trading in every some instead of in us companies. Donald Trump card isn't the just one who has unsuccessful to be confident of its importance, although unions, especially in wealthier term countries such as Australia and Canada, say the transactions could be a job murderer or shove downward salary. Several economists include as well offered how complementary trading agreements are rigged by specific interests, that makes their economical importance far more than doubtful. Affirmative, but down there's no issue the transactions is reduced out of the participation of the planet's greatest economics. The left nation's economies expense for more than rather than 13% of the world economics, a full of $10 billion. In the U.S., the transactions would include provided 40%. Australia's main secretary, Malcolm Turnbull, says the transactions has been set up to enable it to recognize new members, perhaps consisting the U.S. Yet, the fixed treaty omitted on 20 of the unique provision, generally such insisted on by the U.S., offering a USD entry would need several intensive negotiating. And though Donald Trump card is on recording proverb same D be outdoor to a significantly superior transactions, his more extensive animosity in the direction trading pacts would propose he's a remotely opportunity. Certainly, why no? Down there's anything prohibiting it, though if largest of the members are on the some party of the planet. Australia, at low, has specified how he's outdoor to the concept, and the UK's World Trading Secretariat, Liam Lissa, has signalled several concern in connecting following the UK completes its leaving of the EU. But he's hardly how affiliation would ensure an instant replace for its EU trade partners following Brexit. How since the area isn't a main purpose for UK supply. And time increasing new markets would perhaps be the entire spot, he's hardly to occur night. The signatories taken into account for less than rather than 8% of UK supply recent year, on to study by the Observatory of Economical Difficulty at the Massachusetts Institution of Technique.